My name is Matthew Thomas. Um, I'm a member of the build team working on Adequate V2, and it's an update video for the 13th of what month are we in? September, I think, 2018. Um, this was Thursday's meeting. This was supposed to be the big meeting, and it was the big meeting. We got bearings in and we got rope in, the two parts that were critical for assembling the robot, and we did assemble the robot. Um, my overall feelings about the meeting are really good, but we also did have some problems that were mainly my fault. Um, so everything moves super smoothly. I mean, it's amazing how smooth everything is. Um, yeah, we tested the robot to see if it could extend far enough to get into the scale. Easily can do that. We can stack at least two cubes when the scale is tipped away from us, and maybe even three when it's tipped away from us. Um, we tested to see if we could reach the intake location. That was obviously good. Yeah. So basically, we assembled the second stage, which is this one right here. We put this one on, and we assembled the last stage, which is this one, which has the intake, and we put that one on. So yeah, and then we attempted to do the stringing, which is where I messed up. Um, I didn't imagine that we could use 100 feet of rope that fast, but we did use 100 feet of rope, and I think that cut it. We cut the rope too short, um, because I guess I didn't calculate the amount we needed right. So I'm gonna go out to Home Depot real quick and buy some more, but it's not that big of a deal. Um, and then I also need to figure out how I stringed this when I made it. Um, because the way that we were doing it on the adequate V2, which is what I basically went off my memory, which I didn't remember very good because both sides, the green side and the red side, were pulling the robot up, and because I wired from here to here on both sides, what I should have done was wired here to here on this side, then here to here on this side. So that means that, whoops, it froze. Um, when when this is spinning in this direction, it pulls up, and then when it's spinning this direction, it pulls down. Um, that was my fault, but I'll memorize it correctly for next practice. Intake team did an amazing job of getting the pistons and stuff working. They did take a little while though, so but they did a pretty good job. Um, what which they did a good job, which means that we have to do more work in other places, but that's okay. So what they did was that they were able to mount the piston instead of between here and here, which I was thinking we had to mount it. They actually were able to mount it between here and here, and use 3D printed pieces I made, so I could get from here to there. So the pistons mount in line with this tube piece, so this can retract all the way down here. And what that means is that when we cut this piece, I made it longer just in case that we weren't able to put the piston right here. So we do have to go to the bandsaw and cut this because this is too long now. But yeah, that's not that big of a deal. Um, and also what that now allows us to do is, why did the cube do like that? Oh, wait, no. Okay, just a second. But so if we retract fully, what that allows us to do is, I don't know why the cube is moving, but okay. We basically can go 360, which is really, really cool. So yeah, we just go do 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 do. If we can figure out how to get a slip ring to work, so we wire up all the cables correctly. If we don't, then we're limited, so we can't go through this middle part. But if we can do that, then that would be awesome. Um, okay, what else happened this meeting? Um, we yeah, the electronics people continue to work on electronics. Um, these are not these pieces are not modeled correctly, so I need to go back and re 3D print these pieces. Or no, these pieces that hold the tube things. The electronics team once again said they would be done with the electronics panel this meeting, and I don't think they're done with it yet. Maybe they're done with electronics working on pneumatics this meeting. I think that's what they did. I'm not sure if you guys want to send me a message. That's awesome. Leov, for you, I have so here's this mounting for the proximity sensor to see this piece. Um, this one is the mounting for this one, so it can see where and it's fully retracted. And this one, there's also another one right here, so we can see when we're fully extended like that. Um, we, oh, there we go. We are probably going to need another one right here, but I currently don't have the distances for that worked out just yet, because if we put one here, then it would hit the plate right here. So maybe we can put the IR sensor right there, or something else like that, hopefully. But yeah, I think we can do it. Um, Let me see what else. So for encoders, we need encoder for this shaft, this shaft. Let's see. I don't think we need encoder on extending. Hopefully we don't need that. And then we need encoders on, I'm gonna guess, 2 of the wheels. Maybe, I don't know, Leov, tell me how many encoders you want on the drivetrain. We got 4 wheels. You want 4 encoders? Okay, I think that's everything for the robot. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video or pictures. I thought I did, but turns out it didn't record. So rip. But if you guys saw it in real life, it's looking pretty nice. And yeah, next meeting we're just gonna finish wiring everything up. Turn on these motors, see how they run, see if it extends at all. Hopefully. Um, my guess is gonna be mounting the electronics panel. And figuring out how we're gonna do cable management for this huge thing, which is gonna be a pain in the thing. Yeah, pain in the rear. Um, yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, please post them below.